A good book did not arrive by facsimile from heaven. The Bible, as we know it, was finally presided over by one man, the pagan emperor Constantine.
I thought Constantine was a Christian.
Oh, hardly. No, he was a lifelong pagan who was baptized on his deathbed. Constantine was Rome's supreme holy man. From time immemorial, his people had worshipped a balance between nature's male deities and the goddess, or sacred feminine. But a growing religious turmoil was gripping Rome. 3 centuries earlier, a young Jew named Jesus had come along, preaching love and a single God. Centuries after, Christ's followers had grown exponentially and had started a religious war against the pagans.
Or did the pagans commence war against the Christians? I mean, we can't be sure who began the atrocities in that period.
But we can at least agree that the conflict grew to such proportions that it threatened to tear Rome in two. So Constantine may have been a lifelong pagan, but he was also a pragmatist. And in 325 Anno Domini, he decided to unify Rome under a single religion, Christianity.
Christianity was on the rise. He didn't want his empire torn apart.
And to strengthen this new Christian tradition, Constantine held a famous ecumenical gathering known as the Council of Nicaea. And at this council, the many sects of Christianity debated and voted on, well, everything from the acceptance and rejection of specific gospels to the date for Easter, to the ministry of the sacraments, and of course, the immortality of Jesus.
I don't follow.
Masha, until that moment in history, Jesus was viewed by many of his followers as a mighty prophet, a great and powerful man, but a man, nevertheless, a mortal man.
Not the Son of God?
Not even his nephew twice removed. Not even his nephew twice removed.
Not the Son of God?
Not even his nephew twice removed.
Hold on. You're saying Jesus' divinity came from the vote?
Well, remember, in those days, gods were everywhere. By infusing Jesus the man with the divine magic, making him capable of earthly miracles, as well as his own resurrection, Constantine turned him into a god, but within the human world.
Dorime, interimo ad appare dorime, ameno, ameno, lanciremo, dorime, ameno, o mandare imperavi, ameno, dimere, matiremo, ameno. Umanare in
This is Father Oliver O'Grady, a former Catholic priest. The church knew he was a child abuser. Instead of reporting O'Grady, the church hid him from the authorities. No mistake, but part of a secret church directive. The man responsible for enforcing it was Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, now Pope Benedict XVI.
Ist Herr des Vatikans, eine der geheimnisvollsten Institutionen auf Erden. Doch was geschieht hinter ihren Kulissen? Der Machtkampf ist entschieden, zugunsten des Papstes. Im Januar 897 kommt es zu einem der makabersten Ereignisse in der Geschichte des Papsttums. Papst Stephan VI. Herrscht im Vatikan und scheint vollkommen verrückt zu sein. Er lässt seinen Vorgänger Formosus 9 Monate nach dessen Tod ausgraben. Ihm soll der Prozess gemacht werden. Aber was will Stephan damit erreichen?
Päpste sind offensichtlich auch als Stellvertreter Christi, als diese sich bezeichnen, nichts Besseres als ganz normale Kanonen.
The Vatican has been ruling Europe for at least 1,600 years. All of the royalty and celebrities and royalty of Europe are royalty. They rule by divine right, right? Well, where do you get the divine right from? You get it from the Holy Father. God didn't give you any divine right. Nobody's talked to God lately. You don't need to talk to God. The Vatican will decide if you are one of their boys. And if you're one of their boys, the Pope will then, bless you with them like they did Michael Corleone and the Godfather 3 and with the sword and all that kind of thing. And now you are divinely appointed. By who? By the Pope. The people at the Vatican. And the Vatican represents a very powerful secret society that's been in operation in the Roman Empire long before the Vatican ever existed. It's referred to as a Sun Order. S-U-N, the Sun Order.
Going back to Egypt.
It's going back to Egypt, absolutely.
Right.
And so the sun was always represented as an eagle.